Morning, it's February 12th, and here's your morning news rundown. As always, these are going to be about 4 or 5 minutes in length. We're going to run through all the news you may have missed from overnight and this morning. To all those who have become paid subscribers to support my work, thank you so much. I want to thank each of you individually, and I will do my best to do that. But right now, just thank you. If you want to support my work, the easiest way to do so, click the button below and become a paid subscriber today. We're going to have our next paid subscriber only live in a few days on Monday, so stay tuned for that. This morning's big news is that inflation is on the rise. Unexpectedly, in the month of January, inflation rose to 3%, above expectations of 2.9%. Meanwhile, core CPI inflation increased 3.3% on a year to year basis, which is higher than the forecaster's gain of 3.1%. And as a result, the S&P 500 futures and other markets have fallen a bit, given the fact that inflation in America is not yet fully under control. Now, in response to this, the Federal Reserve is being more hesitant in terms of rate cuts. According to traders are shifting predictions for the next rate cut from September this year to December of this year. Because remember, you really only can cut interest rates if inflation is making progress. Well, right now it's going up, not going down. Donald Trump, meanwhile, on his part, says that interest rates should be lowered in America. He has long had conflict with the Federal Reserve and is now urging the Federal Reserve to once again lower interest rates in America, despite the fact that inflation is going up. So we'll see what happens. And in addition, Donald Trump once again went after federal judges today, saying that Doge has found massive amounts of fraud, waste, incompetence, and abuse. But even knowing this, a highly political activist judge wants us to immediately make payment anyway. The judge just doesn't care. It doesn't make sense. The attacks on federal judges from Donald Trump and Elon Musk are increasing with each passing day, and they're setting up a scenario where the federal government, the executive, simply no longer regards a judicial order. And if that were to happen, that would turn into a massive constitutional crisis. Significant. In addition, Senator Mike Lee and other Republicans are now going after media. Mike Lee introduced the quote defund government sponsored propaganda act to essentially crack down on PBS and NPR. They are no longer, according to that act, he wants to prevent them from getting involuntary donations from taxpayers. Essentially, he doesn't want America to quote have biased taxpayer funded media to get the news. This is just the latest attack on the media in America. Now, speaking about the media, the Associated Press was barred last night in the Oval Office because they refused to use the term Gulf of America. Well, now both the Associated Press and the New York Times are actually calling themselves, quote, independent media. I support the Associated Press's decision to not use the term Gulf of America, but no way is the AP or the New York Times independent media. I'm independent media in the sense of my channel and my work is funded by you, the viewer. They have ads, they have massive conglomerates worth of employees and staff, etc. That's not independent. Let's not get it twisted. In addition, though, however, Donald Trump's peace plan for Gaza, the forcible relocation of the Palestinians out of Gaza, has been met with a chilling response from Jordan and Egypt. Right now, neither country is willing to accept Palestinians from Gaza, nor should they. That is their home. The Palestinians should be allowed to remain in Gaza. Donald Trump, in addition, fired a USAID inspector general late last night after 1 day after the inspector general released a scathing report showing that because of Donald Trump's cuts to USAID, the federal government currently has over $480 million in food that is currently just about to go to waste and spoil overseas because USAID can no longer facilitate the transfer of that food to communities in need. In addition, Apple Maps has officially changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America following Google Maps. And Elon Musk confirms that his rumors about condoms going to Gaza, the $50 million in condoms that are going to Gaza, may have actually been incorrect. The condoms, $50 million worth, were sent to Gaza, Mozambique, a city in Mozambique, for HIV prevention, not to the Gaza Strip near Israel. That never happened. And Elon Musk in the White House says, listen, no one can bat 100. Well, folks, when you're dealing with $50 million worth of items, whether condoms or food, it doesn't matter. Um, you should be batting 100. Elon Musk has less than about 100 days left in the federal government as a special government employee. I'll do a full breakdown on what that means for paid subscribers shortly. As always, if you want to support my work, click the button below and do that today. And I will see you this evening for an evening news rundown. Take care, guys.